Flosstubers, welcome. I'm Dottie, Stitching Scotty, and today is February the 18th, 2022. This is a Friday, and I'm doing my video a little bit earlier because I'm going to be visiting with some of my children, so that will be exciting. And I would just like to thank everyone for watching my Flosstube, whether you're a subscriber or not, although there are about 30% of y'all that watch my videos that do not hit the subscribe button and the like button. It's not like I'm going to go, every day and give you a phone call. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully share it with your friends so we can get some more some more subscribers so we can have another big giveaway. So anyway, enough of that, but thank you all for watching. Thank you for those that are new, that are stopping by. If you want a good laugh, this is the place to come because I'm a happy girl. But anyway, most of the time. But anyway, I've been stitching the Winter Olympics, and we're going to start off this video. I always mix up a little bit, so you have to kind of look for the free pattern or whatnot, But we're going to start this video off with hashtag Stitch the Winter Olympics. Now, this is by Naptime Stitcher. She originated this, and I thought, oh, what a great idea, even though I don't have time to watch the Winter Olympics. I see little spots of it on the news and stuff. But anyway, so I got to day 12 of the Winter Olympics. And on day 12, I did two things. I was really, really trying so hard to get more done on my Whip Go project and my Violets and Verses Stitcher's Heart Challenge. That's a Facebook group. Both of those are. And so I thought, well, I'm going to pick up my Stitcher's Heart and I'm going to stitch on it. And I know I can get this done by Monday. Yeah. That did not happen. Even though I got a good bit done, but there was a lot more stitching than what I anticipated, and I held off starting it until I could show everyone, so I didn't get started till February the 1st. Then I had to work a lot. But anyway, enough of that blabby. But I can't show you the pattern because it is a picture, because there is no picture. We were supposed to use our creativity, pick out threads and fabric. And you could even change up the design a little bit. But this is what I started with. I was going to go with a patchwork heart. And there's like 3 hearts here. And then there's a spool of thread over here. And I thought, oh, that would be so cute to do blah, blah. Well, it looks much better on camera than it does in person, I might add. I was going to make mine country looking so I could leave it up in my stitch room all year. And I know there's a couple of mistakes here, but I did get a good bit of stitching done. This is on 32 count, and I cannot even remember what fabric this is. I had the paper, but of course it disappeared. And anyway, I just used some DMC flosses, and this heart is ecru because I could not find anything that suited me. I was like, well, we don't need an orange heart, and I want a pink heart, but then, oh, that's red. And so, yeah. So if anybody has any suggestions, I would really appreciate it because I'm not really happy with this. And I was planning on making the stripes black, but I may not do that either. So I'm all open for suggestions because I did not meet my goal on this to finish this by Valentine's Day, of course, because, this is the 18th. But anyway, I used 1 strand of floss over 2 threads. 2 strands were just way too much, because these were just a little bit smaller than I anticipated. So anyway, and I'm so sorry I cannot remember what fabric this is. There. Well, it's a little bit darker than what it's showing up. But anyway, I'm so sorry I didn't get it finished, but I did get a good amount of stitching done on it, so that was good. And so when I decide to pick it up again, it's going to take a little break because, yeah, I'm kind of hearted out. Yeah, but I love the pattern. I really do. I just don't love what I picked. And I hate to just abandon it. So, I don't know. But I thought since I was from the mountains, that might be good. But anyway, I'm rambling. Okay, on day 12, my stitching guideline was stitch something with 2 or 4 people, okay? Now there are 4 people on here, and there are 2 people on here. So, but I don't have 4 people done yet. So I picked for my stitch for the day, good grief, the Women of the Mayflower. And this is by Brenda Gervais, and I bought the entire kit back last year. I pre-ordered it, and there is my picture, and it's with our needle and thread, Brenda Gervais. Okay, we were supposed to go on a sow for a 66-day voyage. Well, my boat got stuck on a sandbar, so I was way up here just stuck with the birds, but I have made a little progress. I stitched on it on the 12th, and I got, oh goodness, this board is very large. Okay, this is on 36 count vintage country mocha, and I stitched on it 2 days. The first time I got the 2 people in and their faces, and I did a little bit, I started on a little bit of the waves under the ship in the water. And that's what I got done so far. Then the second day I stitched, I will tell you about the rest. I got the rest of the waves done, and that was on, well, we'll get to that in a minute. So that was the stitching with 2 or 4 people, and I have 3 people on here, so there you go. All right, so then I put that one down. And then on February the 13th, it said skeleton, stitch something with a Halloween or dark fall theme. Well, you know me, I've got plenty of that. So I picked up my other Whip Go project, which just happened to be for this month. Sorry about the rustling. And this was by Cottage Garden Samplings, and this is Halloween Sampler. Oh, excuse me, nose is itching. And it's got all the alphabet, and it's all spooky writing, and it's got a cauldron and a crow and a cat and stuff. Well, I picked out some 28 count dense fog. Now, I do not know who this fabric is by, but it's kind of wispy and thin. And I wish I had got a smaller count just because of the thinness of the fabric. See, you can kind of tell it's just, yeah. But anyway, it looks very spooky. And like I said, it's dense fog, and I'm using 2 strands over 2. And when I started, I had all these, I just started and stitched down because I did not have Raven, which was what was called for the next letters that I needed. So I've almost got the word abracadabra. Now, I hate to say, but I stitched on this one not very much on the 13th. I had to count my stitches because I needed 1,000 stitches. So far on the Mayflower, I have 185 stitches on the first day. And on this day, I only got 185. And then this one, I've got 135 stitches right here. And I need 1,000 to meet my Whip Go goal. So it is 2 strands over 2, dense fog. And I really enjoy this pattern, but I wished I'd have just picked a smaller count. But I love the color of the fabric. I really do. Okay. Then on the next day, which was Valentine's Day, it said freestyle skiing. Stitch on a piece of your choice. Well, my poor little monthly orny sow and 12 ornaments and 22 has been suffering. So I decided to do some stitching on that. So I got out my tomato pin cushion here. The last time I stitched on it, I had to stitch on something red. So this is a Mill Hill kit. And I've got all the floss on my little butterfly floss holder that's older than old. And it came complete with the beads and everything you needed. And look what I've got done. I've got a tomato. I'm almost ready to start beading. Just about. So this might accidentally be a finish. Who knows? So anyway, this is 3 strands on the perforated paper. It's 14 count. And I'm using DMC floss. And it was in the kit, so I'm using all the call for colors. So hopefully I'll get this done before the month's out. And I'll have my Mill Hill done. So that's exciting. Okay. And I got a lot of stitching done on that one, as you can tell. Then the next day was, February the 16th, Olympic Village. Sorry, I keep looking over to the side. It stitched something with a house or building. You're going to love this one. Okay, so I got the Christmas stitch box from Southern Stitchers Company. And it had the fabric and flosses that I needed. They're Weeks Dye Works flosses and, and a hot mess. And Classic Color Works. Right now, I'm using Frosty. And there's a few DMCs. Well, she also dyed the fabric for this. And let's see what she named this. It just says 32 count hand-dyed linen. And she used 2 strands of floss over 2 linen threads. And this is, messy linen. But this is a piece of the linen that she's got dyed for the smaller Christmas tree ornament. And the stitch count on my snowman is You Melt My Heart, because I was in the snow mood after the snow, and I've just been I've just been stitching snowmen and stuff. So this is You Melt My Heart. This is an exclusive pattern from Annie B's Folk Art, and hopefully it'll be coming out at market. I don't know. It may be a year. I'm not really sure. But anyway, this is what I got done. Now, it may not look like a lot, but let me tell you, it was a good bit, because I got, how much did I get? I was trying to think. Yeah, I got a good bit of stitching done. I think I stitched on this most of the day. And as you can see, there's no house yet, but in the snowman's tummy, there's a house. So that's and I'm almost there. I've probably got the smoke over the house, and maybe either the top of the tree or the pitch of the roof. I'm not sure which. But this is so cute. And I've got the Lady Dot Creates trim to go around the pillow when I make it into a pillow, because I am. But that's a lot of white. So it's going to be a little bit before I get this one done. But this is Annie B's Folk Arts, and it's 2 strands over 2 on this beautiful linen that was dyed for us by Southern Stitchers Company. Yep. And this beautiful pattern that Annie B's Folk Art did. So that was a lot of fun. And it was pretty easy to do. But I just didn't have a lot of stitching time this week. Lots of work and lots of other obligations. All right, and then it was time again on the 17th. It said figure skating. So we had to stitch something that had words. Well, what did I choose to stitch on, which I left out? Oh, I left out the Mayflower. Let's back up a minute. Okay. I had to stitch something with a border on the 15th. I skipped that. So I went back to the Mayflower, and that's when I stitched the rest of the water. I have more rows of water, but yeah, sorry about that. See, that's what happens when I don't mark my place. But last, on the 17th, which was yesterday, I had to stitch something with words. And that's when I got the rest of the abracadabra in. And believe it or not, I did not get much done. I only got 43 stitches yesterday. So that was almost not worth stitching. And the problem is I worked a long time on both of my jobs, teaching piano and working at the hospital. And by the time I got home, I was so tired, I fell asleep with my needle in my hand. So I know who's laughing, and you're in Charleston too. But y'all can laugh if you want to. But anyway, we're going to get there. So right now I have probably about 250 or so stitches on this toward my whip goal. So I'm a fourth of the way. So I better get stitching on this, hadn't I? And on my Mayflower, Women of the Mayflower goal, I've got 300 and something. So I'm about 700 stitches shy. So I need to kind of get with the program on that. So that'll be being stitched on. Now for today, I have not stitched anything yet. And it's already evening. And this is the medal ceremony. It says stitch something with flowers or a floral motif. Well, what I chose was another sal that I'm doing. And I'll show you that in plans. Okay? All right. So, that's my hashtag Stitch the Winter Olympics on Instagram. And it's also my Facebook group, WhipGo 2022, with Jessie Marie Does Stuff, and my Violets and Verses Facebook, the Violets and Verses Facebook group that I belong to with Jennifer. And I really, really am enjoying all those stitches, and I am going to pick all my projects back up again, but some of those will go by the wayside for a little bit because of my plans for this next week. Believe it or not, I actually have plans. Okay, so now it's time for our free pattern. Now this is one that I've not heard many Flosstubers talk about, except this one lady that I'm going to mention today. All right, I don't know if any of y'all ever watched Jan Hicks Creates. She has a Flosstube and she's a designer. She has several beautiful designs, and she's designed a free pattern for us, and the finished size is 101 by 64. If you're doing 14 count or 28 count, it's going to be about 7.2 by 4 by 6. And if you're doing 40 count, it's going to be 5 by 3.2. So it's a nice size. And it's another Quaker. I know I'm on Quaker time or something. But anyway, the pattern is very large. I mean, it's not very large. It's large enough for everyone to read. You shouldn't have any problem with it. She tells how many skeins you need. It's just really nice. And it's also in a format. She also sells, all her patterns are PDFs. And she sells them also on silk. But if you go to Everything Crosstitch, you can buy hard copies of her patterns. So, but now this one's a freebie. So and the link is www.madforyarn.com, which I will link it below. And I will also link, well, I'll list her Flosstube below, and you can just go on YouTube and look it up. But is that not beautiful? This is home. And one reason she designed this is because she and her husband just moved. They did live in Hawaii, and they've now moved to the United States and bought a beautiful home. And she shows beautiful scenery most of the time at the first of her videos. And she does all kinds of stitching. I mean, it's just beautiful. So I think you need to go check out Jan Hicks Creates. Okay, so that's your free pattern for this week, and I hope everybody likes it. And if you don't want to write "This is home," you could put your last name, or just, you know, whatever you want to put. You know, you could put Quaker. So you don't have to put necessarily what the designer puts, but I think that's just beautiful. But wouldn't that look nice up there with your last name, your family's name, or like established, you know, like whatever year you got married or something, you know, and maybe put your initials and your husband's, and, you know, your maiden name initials and then your husband's initials. That would look nice too. So there you go. All right. So let's see. Let's talk about, oh my gosh, I forgot it. Hang on just a second. I forgot something. I'll be right back. I'm back. Well, I could not believe I forgot my tablet so I could show you the Nashville Needlework Market goodies, and also forgot my past finishes that I said I was going to show. Really? Okay, so anyway, no wonder I started out with my whips. Okay, anyway, the first finish I've got is something I did I went to a finishing class at Panda's Cross-Stitch and Beading in Mauldin, South Carolina, right outside Greenville, South Carolina. And Donna showed us some really great things, finishing techniques that she had seen. And this one, I came home and I actually did it again. So what we did was we made a box out of embroidery hoops that we stacked up, and then we had a piece on the bottom and we stained it. And then I made the initial S for my oldest daughter's last initial. And I did this on probably 32 count white linen. And then I lined it with Lady Dot's Create stuff. And then I lined the top of the box and had stained the inside. And so she's got a nice little ring box. So I'm going to take that to her this weekend. That's been finished a long time, though. I keep forgetting to take it to her. But she'll never know that. So there you go. But anyway, the next thing, and the pattern was just out of one of those alphabet books, I think, that she had, you know, gotten. But anyway, this one is Be True to Your Heart. And this is from Pine Mountain Design. And this pattern is, oops, it's no longer available. And it's on 10 count. Oh, what is this stuff called? Darn. It's kind of an Ada-like fabric. And I always say what it is. Tula. T-U-L-A. Tula. 10 count Tula. And I think this color was like oatmeal. And I used all DMC flosses. I used 3 strands over 1 thread of the fabric. And it already had the little organza bows on here that you just tie when you slip it on the quilted pillow that you can also buy. There are some pillow forms like this available, but this one is no longer available. You might could find it on Stash Unload or Etsy. No, eBay, excuse me. But I really enjoyed doing this one. It was very quick, and you just take it with you. And I think this one I actually stitched in hand on 10 count, and I usually don't. Then the next one I have is from Shepherd's Bush, and this is called, it was a monthly stitch, and it was called Hearts for Thee. I got the candle stand at Rock Hill at Stitch and Frame Shop, and this is my stitch of the February Hearts for Thee pattern from Shepherd's Bush. This one is still available, and they have the notes out now, you know, like stitch notes, Thanksgiving notes, summer notes, winter notes, so you can buy all those, and it's the same kind of delicate stitching. And I just thought the little heart button was so cute, and they had little beads for the center of the flowers. And this was on 32 count white linen, and it's 2 strands over 2. And I just flip it out and change it out. And there's one though that's crossways, and I don't know how to display it. It just looks really weird. It's the Thanksgiving one. But anyway, I enjoy doing that. Now, where to put this? I'll tell you, the tables. Everybody talks about their table being cluttered. Okay, so that's my past FFOs. Now we're going to go to Needlework Market Expo Previews, and we're going to show the newest 6th Day of Christmas sampler from Hello from Liz Matthews. And this is 6 Geese Lane. Look at that. Now, I do know somebody right now that's making the hers, and she's making the trees. So I can't wait to hear how her finish goes. Because I was just not, you know, I was thinking, oh, I'll just stitch it and make the regular thing if I do that. But it's beautiful pattern, just a beautiful pattern. Then the next thing, and this is the first time I've seen this one, this is season 2, A Year of Celebrations continues, and I haven't even finished stitching A Year of One celebrations, but I'm a long way on it. But this one's too cute. This is by Hands On Design. Look at that. I'm going to go like this so you can see 3 snowmen, 2 cardinals, and then we've got some kind of shamrock plant, I think. Bunny rabbits, beehives, baskets of, I guess, strawberries maybe. And we've got corn, maybe birds, sunflowers, pumpkins, turkeys, and Christmas houses. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Just love it. Kathy Haberman really can come up with some really good designs. That's going to have to be on the wish list. And then Anabella's, she has the St. Patty's Day Trio cross-stitch patterns. And it's pinch proof. I need that one for when I teach piano, because if I don't wear green on St. Patrick's Day, I will get pinched. And then we have Lucky, and look at the little owl. Is he not cute? Just so precious. Love the fetish also on that pillow. All right. Then we have, sure we do. Okay, then we have Spring Awakens. And this is by Summer House Stitch Works. And this is also a Nashville pre-order. Look at those colors. Isn't that just beautiful? And the bird and the flowers. And the little bird's got an umbrella. I don't think I've ever seen a bird with an umbrella before. All right. So anyway, that is Summer House Stitch Works, one of her patterns that she's releasing. She always has pretty patterns. And I'm sure you've probably seen this on other Flosstubers channels, but they've, The Year in the Woods, #4 has come out from Cottage Garden Samplings. And look at that raccoon. Is he not too cute? Yeah, they can be pesky though sometimes, but I love those pink flowers. Those are beautiful. And we got the little house and cabin in the woods, so that's cute. Then next we have Kathy Barrick's Spring Pin Drum cross stitch pattern. You know, she had the autumn pin drum. Look at that one. It's got like a strawberry on top of it with little bunny rabbits. Too cute. Kathy Barrick always has beautiful patterns. She does. And then next we have another one from Kathy Barrick. This is Bluebird in a Cherry Tree. I hate to say this, but he didn't look very blue to me. But anyway, now does that bird look blue to you? But I guess you could make him any color you want to. But anyway, that's a beautiful cherry tree. All right. Okay. And then we have, it's a little slow today. Another pattern by Kathy Barrick. This is the Lion and the Lamb. It says the lion shall lie down with the lamb. Isn't that beautiful? And you've got the lion and the lamb, and then the little verse over there. Maybe you can see it better that way. Very beautiful patterns she's putting out. Okay, next we have, this one's very different. This one's called, this is by Kathy Barrick. This is the Moons of 2022, and it's got the month. Like in January is the wolf moon, February is the snow moon. Didn't snow enough, I'll tell you that much. Although everybody up north is like, shut up. But anyway, we're here in the South. We don't get much snow, so we celebrate when it snows most of the time. March is a worm moon. Not good. April's the pink moon. May is the flower moon. June's the strawberry moon. July is the buck moon. August is the sturgeon moon. September is the harvest moon. October is the blood moon. November is the frost moon. And December is the cold moon. And let me see if I can hold this to where you can see it. It's just not showing up too good. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I like that frame too. And look at those beautiful trees. But that's pretty. It's very different too. It's something, you know, that you just don't see everywhere. All right, and then we have, so we've seen that. Oh, here we go. We have Hello from Liz Matthews. She's doing the Pink Cottage School cross stitch pattern. And this is Martha Padfield, age 12 years, Pink Cottage School. And this was in 1862. Evidently, it's all about the sampler. And look at that cute little pillow she's made with just the top of the sampler. That's really cute, small. I like that. And it looks like she's got some big moths in there too. Very nice. Then we have another Quaker, and this is from Hello from Liz Matthews. It's called Quaker Gardens Cross Stitch Pattern. And I'm sure you could do this in any color, but she's chosen to do this in blue. Isn't that beautiful? And look at the brown up there that she's done. I guess that's a brown. That's what it's showing up like. Very cute. Just using part of the pattern, making it a little small. So see, you don't have to do the entire pattern. You can change things up. All right, then we have, oh, this one's cute. It's got a little bunny rabbit, and it's got, it's called Berry Patch Cross Stitch. Got the little beehive and some birds and strawberries. Isn't that cute? This is from Hello from Liz Matthews. Too cute. And they're very different. Something kind of new, you know, that you just, it's like sometimes you see people's patterns and it's like, well, that looks like so-and-so's pattern. Now, this one's definitely very, very different and unique. And this is from Hello from Liz Matthews. This would be cute in a baby's room, especially a boy. It's a parade of elephants cross stitch. Look at that. Is that not too cute? It would be good, cute in a little girl's room too, but that is just precious. All right. All right. Then we have a party of peacocks. And this is from Kathy Barrick. And we've got the peacocks and looks like a birthday cake with balloons. They're all having a party. Isn't that pretty? All right. Okay, then we have a parliament of owls. And Kathy Barrett put this one out. Look at all these owls. Everybody loves owls. That's the going thing. Owls are really, really in. That's very pretty. Almost reminds you of Harry Potter. All right, then, oh, I skipped one. Darn. It says, there are always flowers for those who wish to see them. I've heard that quote before. This is by Jeanette Douglas Designs, and it's called Flowers for You. And it looks like it's on Aztec Red or something like that. Isn't that beautiful? Really like that. All right, that's Jeanette Douglas. So there's probably some specialty stitches in that one. Then the next one is also by Jeanette Douglas, and this one is beautiful. This is called Vintage Acorns, and it's got the little bitty squirrel, but look at those humongous acorns. I think if one fell on him, he'd squash him flat. So, so pretty. And the oak leaves. I like all those colors too. All right. I hope you got your list out. Then we have, here we go. My goodness, what a lot of stuff. Vintage Flowers 2. This one's beautiful also. It's got birds and the alphabet. Look at all those flowers. So, so pretty. And lots of specialty stitches, I'm sure, because Jeanette Douglas is the queen of specialty stitches in my book. Then next we have the Quaker Star Delight set, and this is like a sewing set with like the little pin cushion, a drum, and I'm guessing maybe a scissor holder. Aren't those beautiful? It kind of looks like it has like a southwest flare. Very, very pretty. Beautiful colors. And that's by Jeanette Douglas also. Next we have, oh, this one's pretty. Everybody's going to want to put this one in their sewing room. This is called Matter in Hand. And this has all kinds of, it must say cross stitch in different languages is all I can figure out. And it's got ABC and all kinds of little things. I think that's going to have to be on my wish list. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Goodness. Look at the scissors, the thimbles, the thread, the stars, patchwork blocks. Very nice. Quilt blocks, I mean. All right. So that's by Jeanette Douglas. All right. The next thing is Delft Blue. And this is by Summer House Stitchworks. And this is really pretty. It looks like it might be a needle book or something. Very, very pretty. That's a pretty border too. All right. And that's Delft Blue by, or Delft Blues, excuse me. And then we have Winter Cometh, and this is also by Summer House Stitchworks. I think I've showed this one before with the crow. And if I have, I do apologize. But I right when I showed it, I was like, yeah, I think I've showed this one. I'm trying not to be repetitive, but sometimes it's hard to remember. There's so many pretty things out. Now, this one is too cute. It's got a little kitty cat on it, and it's a Lady Catherine Kitty cross stitch pattern. And it says hello, goodbye. So you see the front when it's hello, and you see the back when it's goodbye. That would make a nice needle book or a cute little pillow. Too cute. And that's by Summer House Stitchworks. And you know, we can't leave the dog lovers out. So we have hello and goodbye, and this is Percival Puppy. Look at him. Isn't he cute? And it says puppy underneath there. I forgot to see what the little cat said, but I guess it said kitty, maybe. Yeah, it said kitty. And that's also by Summer House Stitchworks. The next one is by Plum Street Samplers. It says, adorn your heart, adorn your mind with knowledge of the sweetest kind. And it's a big house and lots of pretty stitching and flowers. Plum Street Samplers. And that's called Adorn Your Heart. And it's also got an Adorn Your Pin Cushion, it says. Okay, the next thing we're going to see is Thistle House. And this is Plum Street Samplers, and this is Paulette Stewart's design. Thistle House. Look at those blooms on those thistles. Very nice. Okay. And is your list getting long? Mine is. Now, this next one is so cute. And, of course, you know, we're all going to have this one for the 4th of July. This is Hands-On Design 4th Block Party Cross Stitch Pattern. And it says F is for flag. And look at the pins with the eagle and the flag and the 4th. Too cute. The wool will be included, but not the pins. You'll have to buy the pins separate. And those blocks are real easy to sew together. They really are. Oh dear, that was not good. All right, why does that do that? Okay, there we go. Whew, my picture just went away. I thought my battery had died. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to show is Fragments in Time 2022. And I don't, Susquehanna Valley Samplers, I think is how you say this. And this is Fragrance in Time 2022. Look at the heart with the robins. So pretty. And I hope I pronounced that Indian name right. Or Native American name, I should say. It's a beautiful pattern. Beautiful, beautiful. And then the next one is Fragments in Time. Fragments in Time, not Fragrance in Time. Fragments in Time, part 1. I should have showed you part 1 first, but it didn't come in order. It looks like a big bowl of fruit. Very pretty with the ruching around it. Okay. Next. Good grief. Okay, I'm going to switch gears here. Oh, no. Okay, the next one is a Plum Street Samplers, and this is God Bless America. And it's got a huge eagle atop a red house. Look at that. That's a beautiful piece. Okay. Then, I think my tablet's saying it's time to stop showing things. But I wanted to show you some of these. Okay. All right, we're going to go to Christmas. And I'm just going to show you a couple of these. This is Romney's Creations Christmas Alphabet C and D stitch pattern. Look at that. C is for carolers. D is for decorations. I love those. And those would look great on your tree or in like a dough bowl or something. It's really cute. Romney's Creations. I'm even saying that right. Okay. And then we have like E is for elf and G is for gingerbread. And we got hot chocolate. I'm not going to go through all of those. And there's 2 patterns here by Cherry Hill Stitchery. This is Cottontail's Carrot Patch. Look at that one. So cute. Love it, love it. And then, let's see. Okay, here's another one. Plum Street Samplers has Corgi Caboodle. And you know, Queen Elizabeth, she has corgis. Look at those little corgis. Aren't they just precious? Okay, so I'm going to save a little bit for next time because I showed you way lots. And there's all kinds of new things out there. So we're going to talk about my plans. And I really appreciate y'all staying with me this long. I apologize for a long video. But this week, for today, I will go and stitch from my Blackbird Designs pattern, the Cox Crow Sal. This is it, first Cox Crow. I'm going to be stitching on this today. And the reason I'm going to stitch on this is it says stitch something with flowers or floral motif. Well, guess what? We've got sunflowers here. So there you go. So I'm going to take a liberty with that. And then tomorrow, I will be stitching on the Vintage Housewife Sampler with Lori Holt in the Lori Holt Social 2022 and Bumble Stitches, another Flosstuber, and a lot of people on Fat Quarter Shop that are also stitching that. And then on February the 20th, for the closing ceremony, it says stitch something you plan to complete in 2022. My Bristol Berry has got to be finished by the end of the month for Winter Cross Stitch Camp. And that's also a hashtag, hashtag Winter Cross Stitch Camp, and hashtag Colorado Cross Stitcher. And if you haven't watched Colorado Cross Stitcher, please go and watch her. She has a summer cross stitch camp. She has a shop, the Woolly Hue, and she has cross stitch also, and she has some great patterns, and she does some beautiful work, just like, oh goodness. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Just like Niecy Lynn does. So if you haven't watched Niecy Lynn's Flosstube, please watch my friend Niecy Lynn. Hi, Niecy. Anyway, we've been stitching along on this, and we're all we're both about the same spot. And I'm going to wait till next week to show you my progress on that. And then I'm also going to start, I'm going to continue stitching hashtag #XStitch Xmas Week. That's Cross Stitch Christmas Week with Anabella's. And Anabella has a Flosstube also, and she's a designer of Anabella's Needleworks. And you saw her little St. Patrick's Day pattern. Anyway, we're going to do Christmas stitching all week. Well, I'm going to do some Christmas stitching, some whip go stitching, and some Bristol berry stitching, and vintage housewife stitching. So I'm going to finish up the Winter Olympics with my vintage housewife, my As the Cock Crows, and Bristol berry. And that's my plans for the week. And thank you so much for those of you that have enjoyed this video. And I really appreciate it. And please, please comment. I just love to hear your comments. And remember, if you have not subscribed to my channel and you continue to watch it, please subscribe and like it. I promise I will not call you on the phone and torment you. You have a wonderful day and happy cross stitching till next week. Bye-bye.